Welcome to part 7 of the life of Jim Hormone, a creative player being run through Madden 25 for the PS3. And it has been a rough couple of videos for Jim as he was out in the playoffs with an injury, came back and was now out for the first 6 weeks of this season, his second season. He played a couple plays in the first quarter against the Bucks in week 1, broke his jaw. Initially was supposed to be out 2 weeks. That was upgraded to 4 weeks when he spit all his teeth out. And now he is back after the bye week. The Saints are 2-3. They're going to be taking on the Tennessee Titans, and Jim is back from injury. We've already got the bye week, so it's all games from here on out. We play 1, we sim 2, and we pray for no injuries. Thanks to the injury bug hitting hard, the Saints come into this game as a 78 overall. They're in Tennessee taking on the Titans. We just snagged Mike Ruse in the offseason from the Titans, the left tackle, but he is injured with the dislocated ankle, so he won't be playing against his old team. Jim Hormone is back, though. How long will he make it? Can he play an entire game? Well, we're about to find out. Okay, the Titans eat some time off the clock, but were forced to punt, and it went out of the end zone, and it's a touchback. Jim on the field, first play after the injury, and he's got the reception, and then he's getting crushed in the backfield. Please tell me he got it.
This is in a good situation.
Get the ground game going with Jim. Running to the left side. No Mike Ruse over there, and just a defender. We are playing this game on pro mode, by the way, which is even more embarrassing that Jim can't break big plays. A 3rd and long. Jim's going to get this one, at least try to get this one out in the flats. We force everything to him. It's his creative player story. He's going to be guarded by that linebacker. Can he break one tackle? He cannot. Picks up 2 yards and a worthless start to the game for Jim. The Titans were able to go down and get 3 points. Still the first quarter. More Jim Hormone. A lot of running room to the right side. If they can get some blocks, there's 1, there's 2, and that's a decent run. I've never been a big fan of the pink everything for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I don't mind it one game. I hate it for the full month. Jim using those pink forearm shivers to pick up the first down. A big 3rd down conversion by Kenny Stills brings up a 1st and 10 to kick off the second quarter of action. And that linebacker just blew right through the hole. Jim gets around it, and he's up to a whopping 11 yards on 3 carries, which isn't terrible, just not enough carries. The play calling by Larry Barty this season so far has not been great. It's going to be a halfback draw here. You've got a really good running back, and you're calling halfback draws for him. If you're unfamiliar with how this series has worked, we choose the plays based on the Ask Coach option. He shows you 3 plays. You have to choose from one of those. And we always try to force things to Jim, who drops a pass there. So I made a terrible mistake, and I simmed the next play on a 4th down. They fake punted and picked it up, and then Jim Hormone got a couple runs. 3 points for the Saints. Now halfway through the second quarter, and Jim back on the field. Ooh, ankles. Get up. These passing routes for Jim to get to the flats have not been very successful all season. That one should have been intercepted. It was not, thank goodness. Saints able to pick up the 1st down, and now it is going to be a play-action pass. See if we can find Jim open on this one. He gets eaten up, and now Drew Brees has to throw it out of bounds. All right, a 2nd and 10, and Jim Hormone is going to run towards the right flat. He's going to be open, and that should be a 1st down, a little bit more. Tries a stiff arm and picks up about 10 yards. 4 receptions, 19 yards, as you can see there, top of the screen. Larry Barty, the coach of the Saints, after firing Sean Payton, loves this route for Jim. Loves to try to get him outside and go one-on-one with the linebacker. It worked on that one. Just depends what linebacker sticks around, and someone is hurt. But 2 guys are on, and it's Jim. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, this whole thing has become comical at this point. I expect to push this button on Medical Center and see out for career. Let's see what happened to Jim Hormone on that play. Broken collarbone, out 6 weeks. Jim Hormone is going to miss the entire second season of his career due to injuries. A broken jaw, then a broken collarbone. And this is about as terrible of a life in the career of video series that you can get. It's simply comical now. Well, we will get out of this, progress players, and then we will simulate 100,000 more hours of his potential existence. Oh, just for kicks and giggles, we'll look at the stats from that game. 8 carries, 24 yards, no touchdowns. Receiving for Jim, he's going to get 5 receptions, 26 yards, and another injury on another passing play. Disappointing second season. So we look at the injury report on the actual injury report screen, and again, the on-the-field doctor has given us a little bit of a lie, because 6 weeks is what was said during the game. Now it's a 7-week injury for Jim Hormone. 7-week injury. That is forever from now. So we're going to, I don't even care. I'll simulate right now to the point that we'll be back to Jim Hormone this season in part 8, but I am disappointed, and I'm angry. Okay, so here's what's happened over the sim. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. Gets hurt in the Titans game, and then a win for the Saints, a loss against the Bucks, and a win against the Vikings and the Texans. So a good stretch there for the Saints. Darren Sproles had some big games in there. Jim should be back now. The team is set to make the playoffs. They're in good position for that. He'll be back for this game against the Packers. So the next episode will be a Packers game. Sim the Panthers, we'll sim the Bears. And then fortunately enough for Jim, barring injury, he would get to play this Lions game in the last part of the regular season. So that could be kind of interesting. Now, all of that is going to be out the window when he breaks his leg against the Packers. We'll see. This is just getting completely ridiculous at this point and makes me so mad at the game. But we'll come back. We'll see what happens. Can Jim Hormone finish strong with 4 weeks to go and get his team into the playoffs? That is to be determined in the next episode of The Life of Jim Hormone, a created player getting the run through Madden NFL 25 for the PS3. Again, you can subscribe to this channel to watch more injuries. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean T. Widmer, SEAN T. Widmer, or you can go to Sean'sLife.com. Thanks for watching.